And now, live from the studios of WHUC, this is Real Talk, where we get you something to talk about.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Real Talk. I'm your host, Kamaria Seaton. Today, joining us is someone who is known for her bubbly personality, charming jokes, and being very passionate about making a difference in her community. She's a morning anchor and an entertainment reporter for WJTV 12, Kayla Thompson. Let's give her a warm round of applause.
Well, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for this opportunity. I feel like I'm way back in teaching and, back to the basic roots of how this used to go. So I'm excited.
All right. For those who may not know, can you tell us a little bit about your educational background?
So I went to Jacksonville State University, played soccer and ran track there all 4 years. Didn't realize I wanted to really be in news until it was time to try and figure out what you were going to do as soon as it was time to graduate. So unfortunately, there was a tornado that happened, and I had just come back from an NABJ short course and kind of learned, okay, I'm not as ready as I think I was or wanted to be to get a job. And so within like 2 months of trying to figure out how to make stories, do stories, turn them around, thankfully I got a job in Tupelo, Mississippi. And yeah, so the educational background is kind of, it goes back to Northwest Rankin as well, Flowood Elementary, all those things.
With the college experience you had in Jacksonville State University, how did that boost your career in television?
Well, it forced me to have to jump with no parachute pretty much, because if I was going to graduate saying I wanted to get a job, then I was going to have to figure out how I was going to do that. At the time, I thought I would do radio, and then that didn't pan out the way I really thought it would, which is kind of funny because none of our plans work out the way we think they should. God's got a better plan, a bigger plan. And so I ended up, like I said, doing stories after that tornado. One of my friends, someone just how the community was coming together, and they caught the attention of some news directors, specifically one in Tupelo, who was like, you know what, I'll give you a shot. And I'm so thankful that it happened. I hate the way it happened, but it did teach me story structure. It taught me how to make things better, and I was able to workshop what I had, which was on the level of some of, professional settings, what they were looking for. The same stories, those reporters would be out trying to get these same stories. They're like, well, hello, who is this girl? Where do you go to school? And I was able to talk to them and learn the structure and, okay, you could do this better. And all those things worked together. And I ended up with a job.
All right, so you basically got your start in Tupelo. So how did you get your start at WJTV?
So I didn't think I was coming home. That's the thing. I thought, I was at least going to pass through or go some other places, but it just ended up being a nice opportunity. They also were going to allow me to be on the desk. So it was a weekend morning anchor job, and I did that for a time, about 2.5 years, I would say, at least, because I've been there 5 years this year. So I held that role down for a long time. I was able to workshop different ideas and learn how to be better on the desk. And so, yeah, it all, now that I'm thinking about it, it all is just kind of strange. What I say I'm going to do, the Lord's like, girl, no, we're going to do it this way, actually. Or that might work. Well, we're going to do it like this. Because I said, I'll be home 2 years, and I'll be gone. It's 5 years. 5 years this year. So, yeah.
Besides being a morning anchor and an entertainment reporter, you also have your hand in content creation. How did that put you on the map?
Well, I didn't intend to be considered a content creator. I say interesting things on the news because it's just fun to me. Like if we're waking up at 6 o'clock on a Friday morning, everybody is tired. So I would just say the things that came to my mind sometimes that were professional enough to make it on air, or maybe just funny enough to make it on air. Just like Valentine's Day, I just said, I wish you would go so you could be my boo. Things like that make people remember, you know what I mean? They make people remember what you were doing. And so maybe it lifts somebody's spirits for that day or gives them a laugh before they get started. And that's kind of like the process that I've been trying to go through. It's like, what can I say to kind of add a little razzle dazzle to people's day? Because 6 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, specifically, people are not in the mood to hear talking or really laugh, but I want to try and infuse that in conversations.
We are having an amazing time talking to WJTV very own Kayla Thompson. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more about the world of journalism. Stay tuned.
Real Talk will be right back after this. Out of the loop of things happening around Hines, subscribe to our WHUC YouTube channel at WHUC News 7 Hines Community College. There you can find the latest news stories happening around the area, across the state, and more. Also, your latest Weather Authority forecast to start your day ahead and see what's going on in the world of sports. Plus, you can also watch our newscasts from day to night, replays of Real Talk and WHUC Sports Journal. Check it out today on your mobile device or your computer. Locally owned, always local. WHUC. Now, Real Talk continues.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Kamaria Seaton, and for those who are just now tuning in, we have WJTV's very own morning anchor and entertainment reporter, Miss Kayla Thompson. Ms. Thompson, being in the journalism field, doors have been open for you to be able to talk with many celebrities such as Dolly Parton, Ricky Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, and Sarah Jake Roberts. How has this experience molded you into the journalist you are today?
Well, it's kind of funny that that's what you talked about when you talk about being a journalist, because when I transitioned into entertainment a little bit, people were like, oh, she's not serious. You can't do it. She's having too much fun. You just talking to celebrities. But really, people don't realize when I'm talking to those celebrities, I'm always putting something in their ear about Mississippi and thinking about projects and ways they can kind of give back to us or we could partner together. I have been fortunate enough, thank God, to be able to have been in front of so many different people. Some of those relationships I still have today. Some of them, it was just like an amazing, hey, like I say, I have a Mississippi postcard that I'm trying to finish up. All the legends that you would think of, like the Morgan Freeman, I still ain't got that one yet. But there are people, that to me, when people talk about, oh, you've talked to all these people, that is my biggest issue. It's like, when am I going to fill out my Mississippi postcard? Where's Oprah? Why are they the hardest ones to get in contact with?
Yes.
But it's been a wonderful journey for me. I'm so grateful for the opportunities. I understand it's not what everybody used to think of news as, but I kind of like that because I'm walking in my own lane and there really ain't no traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. So I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I think my favorite to date, because I know that's probably coming up soon, my favorite person to talk to date, I still got to give it to Dolly Parton. I still got to, because there was a lot that goes behind that story. So that was a wonderful moment for me. Or maybe Busta Rhymes, because Kamala Harris was like 50 feet from us at the time. Yeah, it's a lot of great things that have happened.
I understand that you was just recognized as an awardee for 50 Under 50 Mississippi Top Urban Elite Professionals. How did it feel to accomplish such an amazing title?
So I still didn't think that I deserved it when we got to the ceremony that night, but there was something that happened and my dad was like, this is what you do. Like, you impact the community. People kept coming up like, oh my God, I love watching you every morning. Girl, you make me feel so happy. And he was like, it's about that. Everybody can do journalism. Everybody can do the job, but everybody can't make people show pride and feel pride for where they come from. And I'm Mississippi to the core. Listen, I ride behind Mississippi because I know that we have so many creative, amazing people that deserve a little spotlight. So that's all I try to do. And my dad, again, was like, you just go above and beyond that. And that's why you deserve to be awarded. So I'm grateful for it. I still, there's still some things that I'm like, okay, I can do this better. Now, you know what I mean? Now that you have awarded me this, I'm going to put my eyes on this area too, so that I can feel like it was all worth it in the end. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
Not just, this is what I do. I bring people on TV. Like, no, I want to start having more events that impact the community or giving back more, and not always, taking pictures and proving that I'm doing it, but at least I know I'm doing it. Yes. So I feel like I'm really doing what a top 50 under 50 is supposed to be doing.
Yes. What is one thing you would tell future students who are interested in journalism and also those who will want to try content creation?
Y'all keep wanting to push this content creation. I will let you have it. I will say I neglect the fact that, yes, I tend to be good at content creation. But what I would say is pick one, okay? Because things are different. When I was in school, there was no content creation. People weren't, I mean, they were doing YouTube videos, but it's not like you get paid for TikTok now. I wish I would have kept my YouTube because I would have been making money. But things have changed. So you guys don't have to try to go the traditional route. There are other avenues for you right now. Everybody has a cell phone, use it. Wipe it off, okay? Wipe it off, but use that cell phone. Use these different things and avenues and platforms that are out there to you. If journalism is what you want to do, start telling the stories at your school, just like I ended up doing. And again, ended up doing. It wasn't that I did it all 4 years. It was like that last year I said, oh, okay, it's time to get serious. But I also kind of went to a film school, so it made it a little bit different. Focus on story structure. Focus on what it looks like. It's important to know and watch the news. I don't want to shade y'all, but you know, some of y'all want to work in news and don't even know any other channels that are around here. So we need to fix that. We need to focus on, again, story structure, what these terms mean, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you get into a newsroom and you're like, whoa, because guess what you can't say? Oh, I went to Heinz. I don't care. You have a job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's start working. So you want to learn as much as you can now, practice as much as you can now, edit as much as you can now, because those are the things that when it's time to get into the field, they don't care that you didn't learn or that you just now figured this out. You got 3 months, if that, to get it together before you get put out the door. And you know, a lot of people tend to say too now, they need me. They ain't got nobody. They're gonna show you how much they don't need you. You see what I'm saying? And then the rest of us will have to pick up the rest of the work. So again, it's important to learn everything. It's important to understand what you are trying to do. And if it's content creation, then be good at that. Okay, and how would you be good at that? You don't worry about the followers, you worry about the quality of the content. The people will find it. Use your hashtags, do your research, they will find the content. But again, it's time to figure out what it is you want to do. And for beginner journalists, who I know a lot of people look up to me and like, I just love doing what you do. You have so much fun. You be talking noise on TV. Be careful, okay? I've been in news 7 years. It took some time to be able to get to this level that I could, you know, have a little more fun. So again, it's not, I'm coming to play. It's, I'm coming to learn. I'm coming to work. I infuse pieces of my personality into what I'm doing to the point that it becomes second nature. So when I say, you know, are you a ghost because I wish you was my boo, you not caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what she does. This is why people are watching. They're watching to see, well, what corny joke is she going to say? What place is she going to take us to? What new might I learn? So those are important things. I know that's a lot, and I hope y'all run it back 3-4 times and make sure you listen to it. But figure out what it is you want to do. Content creation comes second. Journalism comes first. If content creation does not come first for you, or it doesn't come second, then maybe you want to do entertainment. If you want to do entertainment, realize it takes time. You don't just get to be in entertainment your first 3 months in the business, unless you start working for those entertainment companies. You get what I'm saying? You can't be hollering, oh, I'm trying to get to BET. Well, baby, you're at WJTV right now, okay? You just got here.
Yeah.
Let's learn the basics and let's work our way up to that thing. So that's all.
Okay, and lastly, I know that you also asked a question of the day on Live at 9 at WJTV. So can you give me a quick question?
Okay. Today's question of the day was, if you were in a TV show for a month, which show would it be?
I got a few.
Okay.
But I would say a different role because I'm in college right now.
That's what I said
so
this morning.
That makes sense.
Okay, and?
Okay, and Martin, because he's just funny.
I'm going to give you love for a different world. And then I said Run's house, because that tub looked like it was so amazing. You don't remember Run's house? You might be. I might be old. Oh, my God. I might be old. Okay, fine.
I would like to thank Miss Kayla Thompson for taking time out her day to sit down and talk to us about all things journalism and her amazing impact that she has had in the field. Remember to like us on Facebook at Radio and Television Production and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date on all stories surrounding Hines. You're watching Real Talk. Until next time.